Hey everyone, I just stopped right here to take a look at these beaver structures. I've never seen ones like this before on this level. First off, take a look at how big these pipes are. The water down here is usually stagnant. We have iron oxidizing bacteria, lily pads, a bunch of stuff that wouldn't be in front of these massive pipes if it was flowing often. Let's just take a quick look in the pipe. Completely clear all the way through. The pipe is starting to degrade on the end where the freeze and thaw cycles get to it a bit more. More freeze and thaw cycles, humid, wet, dry, cold, hot, all contributes to it rusting a bit faster. And there's no blockage, but there's a really cool beaver structure I want to show you. There's this really big beaver lake here, and this is one of the cases where the logging company actually cooperated with the beavers and made some sort of agreement. That beaver lodge looks still active. The water on this side of the road is probably 10 feet higher than the other side. And there's these gigantic structures out here. There's a little fence right here. So I guess when the water gets really high. But down in this pit is the culvert pipe. And as you see, their beaver dam literally doesn't even go above it. Look at that. They built around it a bit, the beavers, but it's not really plugged at all. If there was a big storm, these pipes could work. But like I showed you on the other end, they don't really work often, maybe just during the spring thaw. And there's another of the same structure right there. Really cool, good working platform on here to clear it off. There's a bunch of slats of wood they could temporarily remove. Drain the whole thing if they had to. That's cool. Never seen a beaver structure like that out on the logging roads. I've seen them many times, just not used like this. Out on an old abandoned logging road. That's the main artery right there. Current main artery. I don't know why they moved the road. This used to be the main artery. You can tell the way it lines up. Because this is just a little like offshoot. It goes right back to the main road. Came from the main road. All right, everyone, we're gonna continue down this road and see if it goes through. It looks like I might have to back up, but it's okay. The road is not too horrible. I can't see what's up around this corner. It's either gonna be a dead end or it's gonna go through, like I said. Maybe they rebuilt it because what I'm driving on it's not very wide. That might be why they moved the road. Maybe it's just too wet here to maintain in the winter because of that pond. I'm sure it causes a bit of frost heaving. Now let's see around this corner if we can see anything. No, we gotta back up. That completely goes into nothing. Look at that, if I zoom in a little bit. Absolute nothingness up there. Maybe on an ATV, but I don't think we can make that. All right, everyone, just backed out to the main road again. Not so bad. Don't know why they bypassed it. This old main road was much faster, but we couldn't even make it a quarter of the way through the old road. It just grew in really fast. There might be something we're missing. Wow, listen to the mud fly off the tires. A lot of mud. Alright, I finally found a spot to turn around. I just made it down a really crappy road. Going through that stuff slowly. Hopefully that doesn't leave a lot of scratches. This road was not worth it. I had to go further than I wanted to on it to turn around. Goes for quite a while, but this is one of those roads that I'm looking at my maps, and a lot of these roads are added to Google Maps, I think with AI or something, because it shows little splotches of road, meaning a lot of this road is so covered up by trees, the robot programming the map couldn't tell where the road actually was, so it just splotched it wherever it could see it. Hopefully this isn't actually scratching. But I do have a lot of scratches already on the truck, but it's because we're out here all the time doing this. This is very tight right here. You notice the ends of these pine needles are kind of brown and missing. This area has pine beetles, weevils that eat the pine trees. It's like nails on a chalkboard driving through this. Could be worse. The trees aren't dead, so they have some give to them. See that ribbon right there? I think that means there's a culvert under us. We're almost out of here. Spot. In a place like this, if there's a dead tree on one side or a living tree on the other side, I always try to drive through the living tree because the dead tree is harder. Gets tight, I think, one more time right after we go through this swampy area. You can see right here when it rains a lot, it floods over the road, and it's definitely because of beavers. On the right side of the road, this is a beaver dam, actually probably in part of the road. No beaver pond anymore. Looks like it was a while ago. It looks like it's silted up. The whole pond is just turned into a swamp. And that's the end of the tightness. Now it should start opening back up. Just like I showed you at the beginning of the video, I went down that old section of main road that they're not using anymore. Well, this is another section of main road that they abandoned, left and right. To the right is blocked off. To the left here, this used to be part of the main road, and you'll notice that there's a large flat platform here where it was. To the left and right, just small trees growing in the way. But this was 2 lanes not too long ago. And we're about to come back out to the main road. See the main road right there, and a pond coming in here. They even had a sign saying that going down that road, we didn't go far enough to come across it, but there's a sign saying bridges not inspected. So that means the bridges could be unsafe and you have to use your own judgment whether or not the bridge will hold you. There's the sign, and we're back on the main road. Now this part of the road that they abandoned makes sense because the new part is avoiding an unnecessarily long curve.